Welcome to WQLN Homeroom. I'm Miss Molly, and today we are going to talk about one of our favorite PBS characters, and mine is Dinosaur Train. I love all the characters in this show because I love dinosaurs. Now, I wanted to talk to you today all about dinosaurs. Raise your hand at home if you watch this show. Do you love dinosaurs too? There's lots of different kinds of dinosaurs, and the creators of the show actually talk to scientists all about dinosaurs, and we get to learn a lot of fun facts about dinosaurs in Dinosaur Train. All right, well, today we're going to learn a little bit about dinosaurs. We're going to look at some dinosaur art, and we're going to read a great dinosaur story, and then we're going to create a fantastic sculpture of a dinosaur. Are you ready to learn? Me too. All right, so let's look. We have our Dinosaur Train characters. Now, dinosaurs, are they around anymore? No, they are extinct. They've been extinct for about 65 million years. They were around 100 million years ago. That was so very long ago. We had all sorts of dinosaurs. Some dinosaurs had rough skin, some had scales. Some dinosaurs even had feathers. There was lots of different types of dinosaurs. We had some big ones, some small ones, dinosaurs with sharp teeth, dinosaurs with horns that would protect them, kind of like armor. So what's neat about this is we really didn't know what dinosaurs looked like because nobody was around when dinosaurs were around. So we have a very special scientist that studied fossils. Fossils are left from dinosaurs who have died and left an imprint in the ground. This looks like it was a pterodactyl. His beak, and you can see the ribs in the body, the feet. This one looks like a swimming dinosaur. Paleontologists were able to dig up the bones and put them back together like a puzzle piece so we can study and look at them. Some of these dinosaurs, fossils and bones, are in something called a museum. Now, if we look here, you can see some of those paleontologists digging up dinosaur bones and finding fossils. They have special tools that they use to do this. Special paintbrushes to brush the dirt away from around the delicate areas of the bone or the fossils. Then, these paleontologists sometimes take the bones or fossils to a museum, and they can put them back together like a puzzle and have them displayed so we can learn more about dinosaurs and how they looked and what they may have eaten or what they might have, where they might have lived or how they lived. Some of these dinosaurs are actually in the water, but sometimes artists like dinosaurs as much as me and you, and they create artworks of dinosaurs. This painting here was done by a Swedish artist. He loved dinosaurs, and he does a lot of paintings and digital art about dinosaurs. This one happens to be one in the water. The next one I want to show you, this is Dippy the dinosaur, and this is right outside of the Carnegie Institute in Pittsburgh. And we're looking at this guy because he celebrates the first dinosaur this museum found. And somebody was able to create a sculpture or statue of this dinosaur. And a sculpture is something that's three-dimensional. Here's a sculpture. Now, a sculpture is different than a painting because it has a height, it has width, and it also has depth. Sculptures are something that we can see the front, the sides, and the back of. We can see all the parts of this sculpture. Just like Dippy the dino, we can see the front here. We can walk around and see the side and the back and walk all around it. Today we're going to create our very own sculpture of a dinosaur. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I love sculptures. They're so interesting and a little bit harder to do. So you got to have your perseverance today. We're going to create our dinosaur sculpture. We're going to read a great story about bones, dinosaur bones. And we'll do some songs. But let's move on to Bones, Dinosaur Bones by Byron Barton. We're going to read all about this and see how dinosaurs, their bones are found by those scientists called paleontologists. Can you say paleontologist? Awesome, that's a big long word. And we're going to see how they dig up their bones and take them to the museum. Bones. We look for bones. Tyrannosaurus, Apatosaurus, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Gallimimus, Fecundontosaurus, Triceratops. We look for the bones of dinosaurs. We find them. We dig them up. They have all their tools they're using to dig. We wrap them in boxes so they stay safe and pack them. We load them on trucks. We have the bones of dinosaurs, and the trucks are going to the Natural History Museum to display them. We have head bones, foot bones, leg bones, rib bones, back bones, teeth, and claws. We put the claws on the foot bones and the foot bones on the leg bones. So they're constructing the dinosaurs, putting all the bones back together like a puzzle. We put teeth in the head bones and the head bones on the neck bones. Everybody's working together as a team to get a project done. We put rib bones on the back bones. And the tail bones are last. Look at that little tiny piece all the way at the very end. They have a metal bar going through their bones to secure everything together so it stands up and stays in place. These are the bones of the Tyrannosaurus Rex. Look how large this is compared to the people. Bones. We look for bones. Here's a bunch of different types of dinosaurs that we just talked about. The Apatosaurus, some of them have long necks, some of them have short necks, some of them have horns, some of them have spikes, some have plates. Some walk on 4 legs, some on 2. Some dinosaurs have sharp teeth, and some are flat. Some dinosaurs are herbivores, and they eat plants. Some are carnivores, and they eat other dinosaurs. All right, artists, are you ready for some movement? We're going to do a little song about dinosaurs, so get on up. It goes to the tune, The Muffin Man. So we're gonna start out with the Stegosaurus, with the plates on his back. Are you ready? It goes like this. Oh, do you know the Stegosaurus, the Stegosaurus, the Stegosaurus? Oh, do you know the Stegosaurus who has plates on his back? Then you would say, yes, I know the Stegosaurus, the Stegosaurus, the Stegosaurus. Yes, I know the Stegosaurus who has plates on their back. You can make little plates on your back. All right, are you ready for the next one? The next one is the Apatosaurus. Ooh. You ready, artist? Oh, do you know the Apatosaurus, the Apatosaurus, the Apatosaurus? Oh, do you know the Apatosaurus who has a very long neck, Look at his long neck. He has a very long neck so he can reach the leaves up in the tippy tops of the trees. All right, you ready for your turn? Yes, I know the Potosaurus, the Potosaurus, the Potosaurus. Yes, I know the Potosaurus who has a very long neck. All right, now you can get on all fours with your big long neck and be an Apatosaurus. Excellent. All right, the next one is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and he is a very fierce. Are you ready? Oh, do you know the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex? Oh, do you know the Tyrannosaurus Rex, who is very fierce? Yeah, and if you need to shorten it to T-Rex, easier to pronounce, go for it. Oh, yes, I know the T-Rex, the T-Rex, the T-Rex. Yes, I know the T-Rex, who is very fierce. All right, you ready to look fierce like the T-Rex? Get your claws out and your teeth. Roar. All right, here's our last one. Triceratops with horns on the head. Are you ready? Oh, do you know the Triceratops, the Triceratops, the Triceratops? Oh, do you know the Triceratops who has 3 horns on his head? Yes, I know the Triceratops, the Triceratops, the Triceratops. Yes, I know the Triceratops who has 3 horns on their head. I only have 2 hands to make my horns, but I'm going to use my nose as my last horn. Make your 3 horns. Triceratops. Oh boy, that was a lot of fun. Are you ready for a little art project? All right, well, let's go get our stuff ready and see what we need to create our art project for today. Wow, that song was so much fun. You could even think of some new verses for that song with the tune, Do You Know the Muffin Man, and add some different dinosaurs that we might not have used. Well, I am ready for an art project. We're going to create a sculpture. Remember that a sculpture has a front and a side and a back, and it's something you can walk all around. We are going to make a sculpture of a stegosaurus. I'll show you how to make a stegosaurus, but you can always make a different type of dinosaur if you choose. If you are not ready for this art project, that's no problem. You can go to WQLN PBS.org and find this lesson online. So some of the things we're going to need are a pair of scissors. I have some coloring supplies. I actually found some paint sticks. These are really fun. They're solid tempera paint, and they dry lickety-split. Those are a great thing to have, or you could use markers or crayons. I have 5 triangles, and then I have 4 rectangles of green paper, whatever color you like, and then I took a toilet paper roll and I cut it in half. We're going to need a glue stick, and the final thing we're going to need to get is a paper plate. Before we get started, let's investigate our dinosaur here. We have our Stegosaurus, so we're going to look at some of the shapes the Stegosaurus has. We have a big round body right here. Do you see that? It has a curved line up here and kind of flat here. That's going to be our paper plate here, like this. Then, what kind of shape do you think we could use for the plates on our Stegosaurus? What do you think? Square? Maybe not. It seems like they come to a point, don't they? Circle? Circles aren't pointed. How about the triangles? Do you think the triangles would work? I agree. I think those triangles would be perfect. Then we're going to add some legs. We'll use our toilet paper rolls for our legs, and we're going to need to get a head. This is kind of like a curved U, an upside down U. And we're going to have to get a tail. What kind of shape do you think this is? Has 3 sides. That's right, a triangle. So we're going to have to draw a triangle, draw this U shape, get some triangles, and put it all together to get our Stegosaurus. Well, go get your supplies and come meet me back here. All right, I have my paper plate ready to go. I'm gonna have this fold in half like that. So I'll have the puffy side like this. Now we don't really know what color dinosaurs were, so you can make them any color you want. If you want to do stripes on your dinosaur, you can do stripes, you can do polka dots, you can do scales. I'm gonna make some stripes. So I'm gonna do some straight lines. I don't have to have them all the same size. If I want some smaller stripes, I can do smaller stripes. And then maybe I'll color my dinosaur with some green. You decide, you're the artist. Make your own artistic choice. When I color, I'm gonna go nice and slow, taking my time around those edges. Go all the way to the edge of my paper plate. It's kind of hard to color with those groovy lines there. That's okay. I wonder if there's any rainbow dinosaurs. That would be fun to see. All right, I really want these lines to stand out, so I'm gonna take some black, very slowly outline around my lines. Look at that, that makes it stand out, and that does clean up my lines a little bit, my coloring. Gotta run right along next to the red stripe. I'm pressing a little too hard and it's getting a little chunky. That's okay, I can just pick that up and wipe it off. If you are using these paint sticks, if you have paint sticks, look, this stuff is dry already. Isn't that amazing? All right, I have some good looking dinosaur skin. Now, turn your paper over. We're gonna fold this in half. So I'm gonna bring the bottom to meet the top. Edges are all lined up. I'll give it a fold. And there we go, we're getting part of our dinosaur going. Open it back up. So this is gonna be half my dinosaur, like on this one. So we've gotta get a head here. And what goes on the opposite end? That's right, a tail. So we're gonna do a head here, a tail here, and we're gonna put our Stegosaurus plates up here. So we're gonna put this to the side. We're gonna get out some head paper and some tail paper. If you have a pencil laying around, that would be great. All right, so we said that head should be like a U shape. So I'm gonna turn this paper this way and I'm gonna make a big U. Remember, I always like to air draw first. Use just a curved line like this. When you're ready, draw your curve shape. Now I can go ahead and cut that out. I should probably close this up so I know where my line is. Whoops, thumbs up in the small hole. Open, close, open, close. Do you see how my hand is staying still that's cutting with the scissors? And it's my helper hand that's turning my paper. Oh, that's a great head. Now I need a tail. We said we were gonna use a triangle shape. If we have a big long one, we're gonna have a long tail. If we have a short one, we're gonna have a short tail. You decide, what kind of tail do you want? I'm gonna have a longer one. And then I have 1, 2, 3 sides. Watch your fingers very carefully. Open, shut, open, shut. Wonderful. So now I have my head and my tail. I think we should add a face to him. Maybe I'll give my guy a little eyeball and maybe a little smile. Maybe he has scales. Maybe he has nostrils. Put that to the side. If you want to give your tail some texture, some scales on it. Whatever you do on one side, don't forget to do to the other side, because remember, our sculpture, we can see all the sides of it. We'll put those to the side. Now, here's our body. We're going to open it up. Here's the bottom part. We're not going to put anything on the bottom part. We're going to focus on the top half of our dinosaur. I'm going to get my glue stick ready, and I'm going to put a lot of glue right along the edges. Now, we put the head here. Now, don't put the head all the way in, because if we do that, we're not going to be able to see it. So you want the head poking out a little bit from that plate. And now we have our tail. Do you think we should put our tail up here? Oh, that's silly. Our tail's going on the opposite end of our head. So we'll put our tail down there. Now, in between, we can get those triangles. I have these red ones, and I'm going to line them up so they're sticking out off the plate. Do you see that? Remember, if you put them in here and we close this up, we're not going to see our Stegosaurus spikes or plates. If you spread them out too much, you might not be able to get all your pieces in, and that's okay. All right, give it a little press. Now I got to add more glue. It's like a glue sandwich. Paper, glue, paper, glue. Adding some on top of my triangles. Oh, this one moved. That's okay, I can put it back into place. And I'll put a little more glue right here. Ooh, got a little bit messy. Make sure you put the lid back on your glue so it doesn't dry up. Now we're gonna close the dinosaur up, and we're gonna give it a gentle press. We might have to count to 10. If it pops up, just keep pressing. So far, look at this. We've got two sides to our dinosaur. He's gonna be able to walk soon because we're gonna add some legs. So put him to the side and get those toilet papers out. So I had this, and I had to cut it in half. And you might need a helper to do that because it's kind of hard to cut this. I'm gonna line up. If you want to color this, instead of wrapping it in paper, you can do that, especially if you have a toilet paper that's white. That would make it easier. Mine's not, mine's brown, so I'm going to have to add some paper to it to make it more colorful, I think. So I'm going to take my glue stick, put some glue on here. I'm going to lay my toilet paper roll on, and I'm going to roll it up. Now, if you want, you can sit and hold this, or you could just add a little piece of tape here to the seam to hold it together. Put the glue lid on, roll it, and hold it. Now we can just put a little piece of tape there. And we'll do that to this one too. Okay, now, how do we get this to stand? Uh-oh, that's not working. We're gonna have to cut some slits in our legs. So I'm gonna take my scissors and do a snip. That's about halfway. I'll do the other side right across the way, and I'm gonna snip halfway. Now on this side, same thing. Snip halfway, go to the opposite side of your toilet paper roll, halfway. Now, let's put our dinosaur together. We're going to slide our plate right in between these slits. like that. Uh-oh, that's not gonna work. We've got to slide this up a little bit, like that. And now we'll put his back legs on. Slide it like that. Oh boy, now our dinosaur can stand. And it's a wonderful sculpture. We see the side, we can see the front, and we can see the back. Sculptures are three-dimensional. Well, artists, we got a lot accomplished today. We were inspired by our show, Dinosaur Train, and all the dinosaurs we see in there. We were able to read how scientists have helped us learn about dinosaurs. They've called paleontologists, and we learned how they dig up bones and they pack them carefully and carry them to the museum, and we could study and figure out what dinosaurs look like, if they were big, if they were small, if they were meat eaters or plant eaters. We did some great songs to the tune of Do You Know the Muffin Man? I'm wondering if you can come up with your own verses at home. And then we were able to create sculptures of a Stegosaurus. And you could probably even make some more dinosaurs and play around with different types of things. Like maybe you have a Triceratops and you put 3 horns on his head or her head. I hope you enjoyed learning about dinosaurs as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching, artist. Farewell, and thank you for watching WQLN PBS, where learning's brought to life.